Okay, today, Pedro, thank you very much. We're going to do a self-defense technique in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for the club. The attack is taking it towards the head, and then I'm going to defend, and then Pedro's going to bring the attack down towards the leg as a secondary resistance, and I'm going to finish him off. The whole idea with the club is the person's attacking me, and they don't have the self-confidence to fight me one-on-one, so they need the equalizer, which is the club here. So we're going to show a technique for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm going to add another technique at the end that's not usually taught in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu self-defense curriculum. Let's get started. So here's what the position looks like. Give me your arm. Good. Cross your feet. Look away from me. Good. So this is considered a follow-up. The first technique in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the person's holding, go back, Pedro. He's close to me, he's holding a stick. So I would let him attack him right now. If he throws the club at my head, he's got one shot. I'm doing this move here. And then he brings it down towards my leg. That's where I'm holding the arm. So if he comes straight towards down my head, I'm hooking like this and I'm stepping in base. So the hands are coming up like the sun's in my eyes, I'm blocking it. And I hook here. From this point, I bring my hand to the outside, and I grab this stick, and I can generate a lot of leverage. And I can get whacked and I'm out of here. That would be like the self-defense 1 and 2. Now the person, I do the same move, we're close. I block, he brings in, I step in. I'm pinning this to my chest and holding the bicep and tricep here. My head's laced with. I can distract with knees, but I'm going to step to the outside and trip him down. In conventional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wisdom, they're going to tell you to teach and break the arm here, and then he drops the weapon. Okay? What I'm doing is I'm driving my leg into his back here. And that turns him as I walk around the head. From here I'm driving a lot of pressure. As I turn this way, my knees are pinching, this foot's going to come around. So I take Pedro down, I start to drive into him, holding the elbow, I start to walk with him here, driving him a lot. Pinch my knees, and this foot comes here. You're going to find this position in a lot of jiu-jitsu systems that are Japanese. I really like it for immobilization. From here, I'm pinching him. I'm going to tell him to look away from me. And I have his arm trapped here. But since he has a stick, I'm going to grab it right at this point of reference. I'm going to grab his arm and lock it in. So now I'm trapping him up with the stick. Cross your feet, please. So from here, I'm telling this guy, cross your feet so he doesn't get up to his knees. I'm sitting on top of him and I'm pinching. If I was in law enforcement, I would be handcuffing. But in this case, I have the stick. So what has to happen is you have to understand, for a safety tip, I like to hold the stick just like that so I don't get hit in the wrist. But that's it. He comes down my head, I step in base and I hug right here. That has to be reflex. You have to get really good at that. I'm stepping in base and I have a good base here with the hammer grip. This hand can be nice and tight here and blocking just like this. I like that. Pedro, I go for the stick, he brings it towards my wrist, I step in base. I have this. Make this connection. Again, that has to be reflex. And now from here you step and trip. And the only thing, and I'm not stopping, I hit the position and as he's hitting, he usually falls down, I walk over the head. And I have it. Sometimes when you're so slow, here, the person's arm gets stuck there. And it won't work. It's because you're splitting fine hair. Sorry, Pedro.
No problem.
You're going too slow. Throw the person down and walk around the head. Add this technique into your repertoire where you're turning the person and then locking them up. I like to have this in all of the self-defense. I always want to have the option to escape or trap this person up. Not just escape or get into a ground fight. Or maybe I can get him in a standing arm lock. I want to be able to immobilize him. And of course, the stick, I want to get that out of his hands. And this is a good technique. Please remember that it's second and third resistance. Start off with the basics. We'll see that in another video. Thank you.